So hello guys and welcome to another video. Today I'm driving a brand spanking new Hyundai i20 petrol, and this is the Sports Plus BS6 variant. And in this video I'll be giving you a proper review and driving experience of this car. So let's get started. So driving the Hyundai i20, and the first thing is that the steering is extremely light. Like all Hyundai cars, it doesn't weigh up even at higher speeds, so it's quite vague. And in terms of gear shifts, the gear shifts are extremely butter smooth, just no problem in that. And talking about the engine, this car is powered by the same 1.2 liter petrol engine that powers the Grand i10, the Venue and the i20. The performance is good. Talking about the power figures, it produces the same 81 horsepower and 114 Newton meters of torque. And being a petrol engine, the MHJC is there. It responds to the blip of the throttle and gets going really nicely. And the low end performance of this car is quite good. It is easy to drive in terms of city driving because it gets going quite nicely at higher gears and lower RPM. And the overall mid-range and top end of this car is quite strong. Not as strong when compared to the Baleno's 1.2 liter engine, but it's in a class of its own because it is one of the most refined engines in the segment. Absolutely zero engine noise inside the cabin and also no tire noise, so the overall insulation of the car is brilliant. The overall stability of the car is quite good when compared to the Baleno. It is much more stable and there is no vertical movement. And also this car has got the least amount of body roll, almost negligible amount of body roll, because it is a bit lower when compared to the Baleno, because the Baleno's ground clearance is just a bit higher. And in terms of braking, it is quite good. Stops right in its stride. And the ABS is also very well calibrated. In terms of cornering, yes, there is no body roll. And the gear shifts are butter smooth. The response of the steering is not there. It gives no feel and feedback. But it is oriented towards comfort of driving. And talking about comfort, the seat is really comfortable. The under thigh support is good even for tall drivers. And as you can see, the interior of this car is dual tone beige and black, looks really premium. And the overall fit and finish of this car is quite good, and it feels quite premium for a premium hatchback. So the i20 has always been a premium car, and it looks really dope. The instrument cluster of this car is quite... Hello. The instrument cluster of this car is quite slick, looks really good. And on the left side there is the tachometer marked up to 6000 RPM, and the red line of this engine is also 6200 RPM, so that's good. It is on the higher side as it's a petrol motor. And the response of the steering is good, but it doesn't weigh up to give you the overall feel and feedback. The response of the engine is quite good. It gets vocal after 4000 RPM. Strong low end, mid range, and overall better top end performance. like the stability of the car, it's really stable. The suspension is very well set up. It is a mixture of soft and stiff suspension. When compared to the Baleno suspension, this is very well set up and a bit better in terms of overall suspension tuning. The performance of the air conditioning is really good. It chills the cabin in no time, and there's also a rear AC vent, so that adds up to its convenience. Extremely buttery smooth gear shifts. So this car, when compared to the Baleno, is not really that dynamic to drive because of its steering wheel, but the engine is decently power efficient. And talking about efficiency, the fuel efficiency of this car is decent. For a hatchback, it returns about 14 to 15 kilometers per liter in the city and stretches up to 18 to 19 kilometers per liter out on the highway. So let's do a quick acceleration test of the i20 petrol. First gear revving up to 2500 rpm, and second gear, and that's 100. So this is the engine bay of this car, and this is the 1.2 liter petrol engine, and there is no insulation on the hood. So let's start this car and see how the engine sounds. As you can see, it is really silent, only the sound of this belt. So now just close this hood and just let me show you around the car. So this is the front of this car, looks really dope as always, and this is the light setup, halogen lamps and the fog lamps, and it has also got this air vents that helps in its aerodynamic efficiency and also helps in wind noise cancellation. And the grille looks really cool. There's the Hyundai logo. And coming towards the rim of this car, this is the Sports Plus variant, so it has got this really good looking black rims, and the tire size is 185/65 R15, so 15 inches 185 section tire, and these are electronically controlled ORVMs. So this is the interior of this car, and this is the key. It looks really premium. It's a flip key, and let me just put it in. So this is the instrument cluster of this car. On the left side there is the tachometer, and on the right there is a speedometer, and in the middle there is the MID, and it shows the overall temperature, fuel gauge, and there is this digital speedometer. There are 2 trip meters and the outside temperature meter. It has done about 249 kilometers, so this is a very new car. And there is trip B, trip A, and this is the overall range of the car. This is the average fuel economy of this car, and this is the on-the-go fuel economy of this car. This meter shows that. And this has got the 2-tone interior, beige and black. This is the climate control setup, and this is the 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system, and it has also got reverse parking camera, and also the guidelines are dynamic. So the overall quality of this cam is really good. So now I'm sitting on the rear seat of the i20, and it is really spacious, and it has got these bottle holders on both the sides, and also there is this rear AC vent that adds to its convenience. And the seat is really comfortable. My height is 5'9", and I am sitting really comfy. I'm really comfy in the seat. The leg room is decent, and the headroom is also really good, so no problem in the comfort department. And in the front seat there is this handrest, which also adds to its convenience. The front seats are also really spacious. So overall the i20 is a very practical and spacious and also a very comfy car. So let me show you the boot of this car. So firstly, this is the back of this car. It looks really good, and sports written here. So let's just open this boot. The boot size is decent. This is a 285 liter boot. So, and the spare tire is a 185 70 14 incher. So a bit of cost cutting. Overall the boot is good and spacious. And the back of the car looks really good, and the side profile is also very good. Looks dope. So now comes the overall conclusion part of this video. If you want a car that is oriented towards the comfort of driving, the i20 is the best option, followed by the Tata Altros very closely. And if you just want outright performance and backseat space, the Baleno is till date the best option, and you can also opt for the Toyota Glanza. The i20 doesn't offer the dynamic driving and handling capabilities of the VW Polo, but it is in its own class. So now you know that if you want a comfortable car for your daily commutes, you just can opt the i20, and even the Altros can be considered. And if you want a car that has got punchy performance and good handling, you can opt for the Baleno. That is also a good car. But if you want just outright performance, just opt for the Ford Figo. That is the best hatchback in terms of enthusiastic driving till date. So that was it for this video, guys. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the Motor Portal channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, ride safe and ride hard.